Hello, welcome to Jason's Views. This is going to be a channel where I literally just tell you what I think about the world or about certain things, just anything really. I'm just going to rant once in a while about things. Um, yeah, that's what this channel is. Now, if you're sitting there, you're thinking, why do I care what this 18-year-old kid from Kansas thinks? And my reply to you about that is, you don't. You don't care what I think. You do care what you think. And that's important. And that's how I'm going to win. Not win, get views, subscribers. Is this YouTube? Anyways, you're going to watch these videos because you care what you think. And if I tell you something that either A, I agree with you about, then it's going to make you feel validated in your opinion because someone else agrees with your opinion. If I tell you something you disagree with about, it's going to give you a reason to argue. But the best thing about it is, if you listen to the other side's argument about something, then you can effectively argue it back because you can say, while you believe that to be true, here's the actual facts. Or you can watch a kid from Kansas freak out about things that you absolutely don't care about. Any of those works. Anyways, if you're on YouTube, you most likely care about the internet. I hope you care about the internet. If you don't, then I don't know why you're here. But hopefully you do care about the internet. So we're going to be talking about the internet today. Now, not the internet as a whole, because that would take 3 freaking days. What we are going to talk about is net neutrality. If you don't know what net neutrality is, I urge you to go up there into your little URL bar or over there to your search bar, wherever you need to go to search net neutrality. Find out what it is and find out why it's an issue right now. Because the FCC just made it to where net neutrality doesn't exist in America. Now, the reason that's important is what net neutrality does is it makes it to where internet service providers make all website domains neutral. By taking that away, a website, an internet service provider can make it to where a website has to either pay a higher tax to use them or to be accessed by the internet service provider, or they essentially slow down the connection to them. Which means if AT&T had a beef with Facebook, for instance, and you use AT&T as your internet service provider, they could make it to where you don't get on Facebook as quickly. Now, I know in generic terms that sounds like it's just nothing. Like, okay, it takes me a few extra seconds. But no, because it can literally make it to the point where you don't be able to get it at all. You will just lag out when you try. Because there's time requests and server requests and all of that. So, you need to fight net neutrality. Now, I don't think anyone on this website is going to disagree with me on this, because if you're on YouTube, you most likely care about free speech and manner of opinion, especially if you're watching a video that's titled like this one is. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down there to the description. You're going to click on the URL to fightforyourfuture.org. At the website, there's a petition for you to sign that will send an automated letter to the FCC telling them that in your name you want net neutrality back. Then you're going to write your congressman, call your congressman, stalk your congressman, whatever you want to do to get the point across. Tell your congressman they're wrong and that that Congress needs to do something to prevent this from happening in the future. That they need to make an official law telling the FCC they can't do this. The next thing you need to do is look around and see how you can help in a more active manner. There are non-violent, just vocal protests going on in the United States for this. Protests have worked in other countries. For instance, in Hungary, they had something sort of like this, where they charged a tax for every gigabyte of internet you used. And so people in Hungary literally went up outside the Capitol buildings and held laptops and phones in the air, essentially saying, this is mine, I get to use this, you don't get to tell me when I can't use this and how much I have to pay if I want to use this. At first, they lowered the tax in response to the protests. So then the protests gained more members. More people came and held their laptops and phones up saying, no, you cannot do this. And Hungary eventually abolished the law. The FCC will do the same because this is a democracy. While it is a democratic republic, it's still a government that is for the people, by the people. So since it is a government for the people and by the people, you need to understand that it serves us. They are civil servants who work for the government. So they should listen to us and not a private company. So if we really want to maintain our freedoms, we have to be able to fight things like this as a unit and as a United States. That's what it means. If we don't fight this, the implications are bigger than we think. Yes, it takes away our freedoms on the internet, which is a huge issue. And I encourage you in other countries not to ever let this happen, because it is starting to happen in other countries also, and you also need to take advantage of this and go against it. Because once a country starts taking away individual rights in single areas, they start taking away them in more areas, and more areas, and more areas. They encroach upon your rights until eventually you have no rights left. All you have are lefts. And who wants a country that only has lefts with no rights? That was a really lame joke, and I'm sorry, I won't try to make any more of those. Anywho, you need to understand that net neutrality is bad, and you need to fight net neutrality. So go down there, follow the link to fightforourfuture.org. When you get there, sign the petition. All you have to do is put your email address in. That's all you have to do. Go up there in the URL bar and search possible ways to stop this. Search for where the protests are going off. They're in your area. Why not go check it out? Maybe the protest isn't for you. Maybe it is, and you can be the active volunteer leader they need. Who knows? You know, heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and we are each heroes if we can prevent an injustice from being done. So let's prevent injustice to all of us by preventing this act of net neutrality being denied to continue moving through the United States. Now, this is the end of the video, and so I thank you for watching, and I hope that you go down there and click like and subscribe. That would help me out greatly. I will do more videos once a week, or even twice a week eventually, if it really gets to the point where I need to. Message me on here, send me an email if there's a rant you want to see. If you want an issue to be exposed, tell me about it, and I'll try to expose it for you. And I'm okay with arguing both sides of an issue. I will look at one side, tell you the pros and cons, and look at the other side, tell you the same, and tell you what exactly it is. I can just inform you. Depends what you want. And that's what this video is about, actually. It's what you want. So just like this channel, it'll be what you want. Make the internet what you want, not what your IPS tells you that they want. Thank you.